Welcome back to GeoCrisis Update, your trusted source for detailed analysis of global conflicts and geopolitical developments. Today, we are focusing on a new, startling development in the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. Reports that North Korea is sending troops to bolster Russia's faltering war effort. This move marks a significant escalation in the international dimensions of the conflict, raising concerns across the globe. We'll break down what this means for Ukraine, Russia, and the broader geopolitical landscape. According to South Korea's spy agency, North Korea has begun deploying troops to support Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Reports suggest that around 1,500 North Korean soldiers have already arrived in Russia, and the final number could rise to as many as 12,000. This information was corroborated by Ukrainian intelligence, which claims that up to 11,000 North Korean infantry troops are currently training in eastern Russia and could be ready for combat by November. These developments come on the heels of increasing military and economic cooperation between Moscow and Pyongyang. Just last week, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un personally congratulated Russian President Vladimir Putin on his birthday, calling him his closest comrade. This deepening relationship is setting off alarm bells across the international community, with countries like South Korea calling for urgent security meetings to address this growing threat. Now, let's dive into the implications of this unprecedented involvement by North Korea. On the surface, this may seem like a desperate move by Russia, whose forces have struggled to make significant gains in Ukraine in recent months. But the involvement of North Korean troops also reflects a broader, worrying trend: Russia's growing willingness to align itself with authoritarian regimes as it seeks to escape international isolation. By pulling North Korea into the war, Russia is signaling its intention to escalate the conflict rather than seek a peaceful resolution. From a military standpoint, the introduction of North Korean troops into Ukraine could have far-reaching consequences. While North Korea's army is sizable and highly disciplined, experts are already questioning how effective these troops will be on the battlefield. Most of North Korea's military forces have little to no modern combat experience, and there's a significant language barrier that could hinder coordination with Russian forces. Military analysts suggest that North Korean soldiers might be used in less critical roles, such as guarding sections of the Russian-Ukrainian border, freeing up Russian troops for more active combat elsewhere. However, even if these soldiers don't immediately make it to the front lines, their presence on Russian soil raises concerns about North Korea's growing influence in the region. The fact that Pyongyang is supplying Russia not only with troops but also with ammunition and military supplies, such as shells, missiles, and anti-armor rockets, shows that North Korea is more than willing to assist Moscow in propping up its war machine. According to South Korean intelligence, North Korea has shipped over 13,000 containers of military supplies to Russia since August, including millions of artillery shells. This cooperation between Russia and North Korea is not only a military issue, it's a clear indication of a shift in global alliances. With Western nations firmly backing Ukraine, Russia is increasingly turning to pariah states like North Korea and Iran for support. This poses a new challenge for Ukraine and its allies, as it means the conflict could drag on longer, with Russia receiving a steady stream of manpower and resources from nations that share its authoritarian values. But let's be clear, North Korea's involvement is a sign of weakness, not strength. Russia's need to rely on North Korean troops and ammunition demonstrates just how strained its military has become. Despite its aggressive rhetoric and expansive military capabilities, Russia has been unable to decisively win the war it started. The Kremlin is now resorting to desperate measures, reaching out to countries like North Korea that are willing to defy international norms and support its illegal invasion. Ukraine, on the other hand, has continued to resist Russia's advances with incredible determination and courage. President Volodymyr Zelensky recently noted that North Korea's involvement will not change Ukraine's resolve to defend its sovereignty. With continued support from the West, including advanced military technology and financial aid, Ukraine is well positioned to push back against Russia's renewed efforts, whether they come from Russian forces or from North Korean soldiers. Let's also consider the broader geopolitical implications of this new development. North Korea's decision to send troops to Ukraine represents a stark violation of international law. It underscores Pyongyang's disregard for global norms and its willingness to support a country that has been condemned by the United Nations for its illegal invasion and annexation of Ukrainian territory. The international community cannot afford to stand by while authoritarian regimes like Russia and North Korea forge deeper ties. South Korea, for its part, has already responded to this news with alarm. President Yoon Suk-yeol convened an emergency security meeting, warning that North Korea's involvement in Ukraine poses a grave security threat to the region. South Korea has called on the international community to respond with all available means, a call that echoes growing concerns that this war is evolving into a larger, global conflict with far-reaching consequences. At the same time, Ukraine has vowed to continue its fight for freedom. Ukrainian officials have expressed confidence that North Korea's soldiers, even if deployed, will not make a significant impact on the battlefield. Ukrainian military intelligence, led by Kirill Budanov, has stated that the North Korean forces are poorly equipped and lack modern combat experience, which means they could be more of a liability than an asset to Russia. It's clear that Russia's reliance on North Korean troops is a desperate attempt to offset its mounting losses. Ukrainian forces have made impressive gains in recent months, reclaiming territory and pushing Russian forces back in key areas. With the help of Western allies, Ukraine has continued to strengthen its defensive capabilities, and it has shown no signs of backing down in the face of Russian aggression. This development also puts a spotlight on the broader struggle between democracy and authoritarianism that is playing out on the global stage. Ukraine, a sovereign nation, is fighting to protect its independence and democratic values, while Russia, backed by North Korea, is seeking to impose its will through force and intimidation. The outcome of this war will have profound implications for the future of international law, global security, and the balance of power in the world. As we continue to monitor this situation, one thing is clear: Ukraine's fight is not just about defending its borders. It's about defending the principles of freedom, sovereignty, and the right of nations to determine their own destiny. And with the support of the international community, Ukraine will continue to stand strong against the forces of tyranny and oppression. Thanks for watching GeoCrisis Update. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can stay informed on the latest developments in global conflicts and geopolitics. As always, stay aware, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.